Originality, innovation, technology, experience and knowledge. The guarantor of security in the air, on the ground and in the sea, wherever needed. A strong defense industry, a strong country. An industrial infrastructure with such dynamics capable of meeting the defense and security needs of our country as well as the friendly and allied nations. Successful results, thanks to technology, superior knowledge, reasonable and sustainable policies in defense, aviation and security systems. New national projects and original products, capability of exporting technology. Here is our air platforms we built thanks to the national defense technology. Unmanned Air Vehicle System, ANCA. And Technical Reconnaissance Helicopter, ATAK. Turkish primary and basic trainer aircraft, Hürkuş. Earth Observation Satellites, Göktürk. Transport Aircraft C-130 Modernization.
Hello everyone from the Unka YouTube channel. In this video we are going to introduce you to one of the most strategic weapons developed by Turkey, the SOM standoff cruise missile. SOM-A, SOM-B1, SOM-B2 and SOM-J are a family of standoff air-to-ground missiles that have been produced by TÜBİTAK SAGE to be used against ground and sea targets. The first two versions of a long-ranged, high-hit accuracy missiles, SOM-A and SOM-B1's development and testing were completed in 2011 and 2013, and their delivery to the Turkish Air Force has begun. The SOM standoff cruise missiles use an advanced inertial navigation system, INS, in addition to a GPS, a radar-based terrain reference navigation system and imaging infrared seeker, IIR, to find their targets. The SOM-B1 missiles have a 230 kg, 500 pound high explosive warhead, while their total weight is 600 kg, 1300 pounds. On the other hand, the SOM-B2 will have a penetrating warhead and will weigh 660 kg. The 300 km range missiles will be launched from the Turkish Air Force's F-4E 2020 and F-16 Block 40s, which won't have to get in range of an enemy's air defence systems in order to hit their targets with high precision. This will be aided by their small radar cross-sections, so they will be very difficult to detect by an adversary. Currently, the engine used in the SOM missiles is the TR-40 turbojet, which is made by a French company. However, an indigenous engine produced by Calais Aviation is expected to be completed this year and will be used in the missiles. After a missile has been launched from a warplane, its wings will open, allowing it to glide. Later on, its engines will start and the onboard computer will have its target coordinates and GPS, INS, IIR and terrain reference navigation system to guide it towards a target. In the case of the guidance systems failing, a preset waypoint can be followed by the missile, which would be uploaded to the onboard computer before launch. This would allow a high-precision strike under any circumstances involving various technical failures. As the SOM missile advances towards its target at the terminal stage of flight, the imaging infrared seeker, the automatic target recognition and identification technology, allows for just a few meters of precision by matching preloaded images of its target on the onboard computer. This allows the highly effective warhead to find and destroy the target. The SOM's projects A, B1 and B2 variants have been developed, while the development of the SOM-J missile for use against sea surface targets is already underway. The work for the SOM-J, which is being developed to be integrated for use in the F-35's Joint Strike Fighter's internal weapons bay, is scheduled to be completed in 2018. Roketsan is carrying out the introductory and marketing activities for the SOM-J for those countries that will be using or are part of the Joint Strike Fighter program's development. The ChemNet project was launched in order to gain the capability to use a nationally developed two-way data link to the missiles, so that any needed changes to the flight path can be made. This means that any sea or land target that is moving or has changed position cannot avoid impact with the SOM standoff cruise missile. Work for the development and increased range of cruise missiles mean that the Turkish armed forces will gain high-precision strike capabilities deep in an enemy's territory. In addition, developments for the land and sea surface missile launch platforms are ongoing, while it is also known that Turkey aims to reach 2,500 kilometers of range for the missiles. We have come to the end of our video intending to introduce you to the family of SOM standoff cruise missiles. To help support us, please like and share our videos. To be notified about our latest videos, you can subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.
It is widely accepted that the car is probably the most beloved of all mankind's inventions, and that the steam-powered locomotive triggered the Industrial Revolution, and that the airplane and jet engine are two of the most important inventions of our time. But what is not so widely known is that these inventions include technology invented by the Arab and Muslim inventors of the Middle Ages. Mechanical flight is believed to first have been achieved successfully by the Muslim astronomer, musician, and engineer Abbas ibn Farnas. In 875 AD, after having perfected a machine of silk and eagle's feathers, Ibn Farnas took off from a high mountain cliff near his home in Cordoba, Spain. He flew to a significant height, and witness accounts state that he remained in the air for up to 10 minutes before he crash-landed. In 953 AD, the first fountain pen was invented. Tired of messy quill pens, Al-Mu'izz al-Din Ilah, the Caliph of Egypt, demanded of his court engineers a pen which would not stain his hands or clothes. Records show that he was provided with a pen which held ink in a reservoir and delivered it to the nib via gravity and capillary action. In his book, The Book of Knowledge and Ingenious Mechanical Devices, published in 1206 AD, Al-Jazari described over 50 mechanical devices, most of which he invented himself. Among his most important inventions is the crankshaft and connecting rod mechanism. The hand-operated crank was known in Han China, but Al-Jazari was the first to incorporate it in a machine, thus inventing the crankshaft. Both the steam engine and the internal combustion engine use crankshafts to transform linear motion from pistons to rotary motion that can drive a vehicle forward. The first application of a double-acting principle is seen in his ingenious double-action reciprocating piston suction pump. Among Al-Jazari's other inventions, the Castle Rock was an astronomical clock and analog programmable computer that could calculate the solar and lunar orbits while displaying the zodiac and playing music. In 1551, Taqi-ad-Din Asadi, the Ottomans' most famous scientist, invented the first impulse steam turbine. High-pressure steam was directed at the bucket-shaped blades of the turbine, forcing it to turn according to Newton's second law. This type of turbine is still used today for water turbines and proved more efficient than other types of water turbines. Later, in 1559, Asadi invented a sophisticated 6-cylinder monoblock pump. It was a hydro-powered water-raising machine incorporating valves, suction and delivery pipes, piston rods with lead weights, trip levers with pin joints and cams on the axle of a water-driven scoop wheel. And those were great inventions that still shine bright in the stars of science galaxy.